Behind the dazzling global stage and the ever-present glare of cameras, there is another side of Kim Taehyung that the public rarely gets to see. Known worldwide as V of BTS, he recently drew attention again not for a spectacular performance on stage, but for a simple story he shared in a relaxed setting with Kim Namjoon on a show hosted by Moon Sang-hoon. That night, without the roar of a concert or grand choreography, Taehyung opened a small window into a part of his life that he has long kept carefully guarded. It's no secret that the personal lives of K-pop idols often become public consumption. However, Taehyung has always been known as someone who carefully maintains boundaries. That is precisely why, when he began talking about his childhood, his siblings, and the small dynamics within his family, many fans felt like they had found a missing piece of a puzzle. The story was simple about older and younger siblings, small arguments, and feelings that anyone might have experienced. Yet within that simplicity, there was a genuine warmth. In the conversation, Taehyung revealed that he is the eldest of 3 siblings. He has a younger brother and a younger sister. While this fact isn't entirely new, the rarity with which he discusses his family made it feel fresh to many fans. Moreover, he has never explicitly introduced his siblings to the public. There are no shared photos, no direct mention of their names, and no effort to bring them into the spotlight of the entertainment world. And that is where the reason begins to make sense. Taehyung doesn't distance his family because he doesn't care. On the contrary, he does so because he cares deeply. In the South Korean entertainment industry, especially at a global level like BTS, popularity is not just about fame, but also about losing a significant portion of one's private space. Every move can become news. Every relationship can spark speculation. Every small detail can be magnified and spread endlessly. For an idol, this may be part of the consequence, but for their family members who did not choose a life under the spotlight, it can become an unfair burden. Taehyung seems to understand this deeply. By not publicly introducing his siblings, he indirectly creates a safe zone for them. He ensures that their lives can continue normally, away from cameras, away from public opinion, and away from the pressures that often come with popularity. This is not just a choice, but a form of protection. During the warm conversation, Taehyung shared a small story about his younger sister. He mentioned how she often wore branded clothes, while he used to wear simpler ones. He told this story lightly, even humorously. There was no complaint, no excessive envy, just a small memory shared with a smile. Yet behind that simple story lies a real picture of family relationships. There is a living dynamic, feelings that were experienced, understood, and eventually accepted with maturity. Interestingly, even while sharing the story, Taehyung did not mention his sister's name. He did not provide any details that could lead to their identities. This was not accidental, it was a consistent choice. A choice to protect. Many fans have come to realize that this attitude is clear evidence of how much Taehyung cares about his family. He does not want his popularity to drag them into a world they may not want, a world filled with scrutiny, pressure, and expectations, where privacy can easily be taken away. Popularity can indeed open many doors, success, recognition, and limitless opportunities. But on the other hand, it can also take something invaluable, a peaceful private life. And Taehyung chooses not to take that risk for the people he loves. He may be one of the most recognizable faces in the world today, but to his family he remains a son, a brother, and someone who wants to shield them from the darker side of fame. This decision shows that behind his charismatic image lies a strong principle and a gentle heart. In the entertainment industry, many public figures openly introduce their families. Some make them part of their content. Others share moments of togetherness as a way to connect with fans. There is nothing wrong with that. But every individual has their own boundaries, and Taehyung has clearly defined his. He shares enough but never excessively. He opens up but never fully opens every door. This attitude also reflects an emotional maturity that often appears in the way Taehyung speaks. In his conversation with Namjoon, he not only talked about the past but also showed how he interprets those experiences. He is not trapped in old emotions but sees them as part of a journey that shaped who he is today. When asked about his current relationship with his siblings, his answer was short but meaningful. He said that he tries to protect them. This simple sentence may sound ordinary, but in the context of his life as a global idol, it carries significant weight. To protect in its truest sense. To protect them from the spotlight. To protect them from pressure. To protect them from losing a normal life. And perhaps to protect them from things the public cannot even see. Fans who heard this story responded in various ways. Many felt touched, many felt closer to Taehyung, and quite a few expressed respect for his decision. In the midst of fandom culture that often wants to know everything about their idols, Taehyung's attitude serves as a reminder that there are boundaries that must be respected, that loving an idol also means respecting their private space. The story about the difference in clothing between him and his sister also becomes a small symbol of his life journey. Back then he may have just been a boy wearing simple clothes. Now he is the face of various global luxury brands. Yet interestingly, he never frames that story as a dramatic rags to riches narrative. He tells it lightly, as if to say that it is simply part of life. And perhaps that is where Taehyung's true charm lies. He does not feel the need to explain everything. He does not feel the need to show everything, because he understands that not everything has to become public consumption. In a world that is increasingly open and fast-paced, where the line between public and private is becoming blurred, choices like Taehyung's are becoming rare. He shows that maintaining privacy does not mean distancing oneself from fans, but rather maintaining a balance between professional and personal life. He continues to stand on stage, giving his best and sharing meaningful moments with ARMY around the world. At the same time, he ensures that there is a part of his life that remains intact, untouched, and belongs only to himself and those closest to him. The story he shared that night may have been just a small fragment of his life, but for many it was enough to reveal another side of Kim Tae, side that is warm, simple, and full of love. The side of an older brother who wants to protect his siblings, the side of a son who values his family, and the side of a human being who, amidst the glittering world, still chooses to protect what matters most. In the end, perhaps it is true that not every story needs to be told, not every part of life needs to be shown, and in choosing what to share and what to keep, Taehyung has made one thing very clear, that behind all the fame, he remains someone who knows what truly matters. And for Taehyung, family is one of those things.